Students, hello and welcome back to economics. Today we're going to be talking about public goods and free riders and what is commonly known as the free rider problem. So without further ado, let us get into our lesson today, which is called Public Goods and Free Riders. And that'll be for 9/10/2020. And here are the directions. Here are our plans for today. Highlighted text indicates that you need to write and submit information to this assignment. Ensure you've completed all requirements in the what to submit section near the bottom, and that participation will be rewarded for participating in class discussion if we work on this lesson as a class. So we talked a little bit about property rights and the different types of property in our other lesson. And this lesson is called public goods. So whenever you hear that word public, I really want you to think about having access, or people from the public are able to have access to these resources. Goods are just resources. And these are normally things that are managed and upheld by a state or community or a local or state government. And so step one, I want us to analyze and discuss this image. So maybe some symbols you're familiar with. Just take a few seconds, see if you can figure out some of these symbols, what they mean without me telling you. Take a few seconds to look at it. Over here, I see the scales of justice. We have a graduation cap for education. Up here is access to the courts and the legal system. We have medical stuff here, airplanes, forests, public parks, bridges, government buildings, water, utilities, the United States Federal Reserve, or the central banking system for the United States. So all of these things are public goods, which means that they are non-exclusive, which means that everybody should be able to use them. Now, there exists a problem whenever we are thinking about how these can be upheld or how these can be sustainable for an entire population. And so we get to this idea of free riders, right? And so this second image, we see something referred to in this image as the public goods game. Okay, so we have the cooperators. These people are contributing to the public goods themselves. They're going through the system. They're like cleaning up the community. And so they're contributing to the well-being of the public goods. However, because public goods are not exclusive to everybody, everybody reaps the benefits of these public goods. This creates an imbalance, right? It creates a problem. You have these cooperators right here who are doing the work, and then you have the free riders over here. I'm sure everybody has been in this circumstance before where you've been in a group project, right? You've been in a group project and say it's 4 or 5 people, and like 2 people are doing all of the work, 3 people aren't doing anything, and everybody gets the same grade. It's this exact circumstance to a T. Only we're talking about things that are like really important to the public, right? Legal system, the hospitals, public parks, and the bridges. Only some people are upholding what need to be upheld with these public goods, but everybody is benefiting from them. Think about the long-term consequences that might have. So step 2, watch this video. What type of effects could the free rider problem have? So we'll watch this together.
What is the free rider problem? Here's an example we're all familiar with. You have a group assignment in class, and there's always that one kid who doesn't do any work but gets the same grade as you. That's a free rider problem. It's a term used to describe when someone gets the benefit of a good or service without incurring a cost for it. That may not seem like a big deal, but let's take something more dramatic: asteroid protection. Paying to protect the Earth from an asteroid. Though an asteroid hitting the Earth is a low probability event, the results can be devastating. So would you pay for asteroid protection? Let's think through it. First, asteroid protection is going to protect the whole Earth. So even if you didn't pay for the protection, you'd still be protected. And second, your payment is probably not going to make a difference between a successful and an unsuccessful defense.
First of all, who should be responsible for something like asteroid protection? How do we make sure everybody would pay into it? Does it make sense for everybody to pay into something like asteroid protection? Maybe, I don't know.
Given those two facts, you don't really have an incentive to pay for it. So there are really only two cases to consider. Either enough other people pay so that you are protected, or enough other people don't pay so that you aren't protected. Either way, whether you pay or not doesn't determine whether or not you get protection. Hence the temptation to free ride. Get the protection without paying for it. But if lots of people free ride, then asteroid protection isn't fun.
Kind of like that expression, having your cake and eating it too, except you're not paying for the cake. Somebody else is paying for the cake. You're eating it, and you should, and you want more of it as well too.
No one is protected, and we have a market failure. There are specific types of goods and services prone to the free rider problem. Goods and services we call public goods.
Okay, cool. And so the next part you want to do is I want you to complete the OneNote assignment called Public Goods and Free Riders, and notify me via submission once it's complete. There's a little reading, some key points consistent with the notes we took the other day. And then highlighted in this beautiful shade of blue are some questions I want you to complete as you go along in the read. Make sure you come back, let me know whenever you are done with that OneNote assignment, as it is 30 points. And then finally, after you're done with the OneNote, I want you to answer this prompt. Think of a possible solution to the free rider problem. Explain your solution and how it would work. If you can't think of anything, research the issue online and find a good solution and put it in your own words. Your response must identify and explain a solution. Use facts and reasons to explain how your solution would work. And then what you submit is notify me via submission once you've completed the OneNote assignment, and then answer the prompt in step 4. And that's it. That's Public Goods and Free Riders. Please let me know if you have any questions whatsoever. Otherwise, have a wonderful day.